Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to my new subscribers, my old school subscribers, my TikTok family. What y'all doing? How y'all living? It's your boy, King David, the Narc Bully, the People's Champ. Apparently now, Benjamin Button, aka, the Black Giga Champ, All right. Listen, look, you guys, you see the title. I'm going to get right into it. I'm not going to waste any of your time because this is going to be a short one. I got to get down the road and get my son something to eat. And it's going to be short because I'm spending time with my son. And honestly, I'm having a really good time. And I always make sure, that I make time for my son in the evenings, especially after he was having a few, it seemed like acting up spells. And, as a good parent, you see your child acting up, it's not their fault. You automatically just know that there's something needs to be done and some attention needs to be given. And you need to be the one to give the attention. So that's what I'm doing. I dedicate my evenings to my son whenever he gets out of school. And I'll give you guys a video or two or whatever. But it's going to be, my son up until time for him to go to bed. And then I'll be back on here, maybe get on TikTok once I'm not banned again or whatever. But that's what I'm going to do. We're going to spend father-son time, going on our walks, going to get something to eat, going to movies, whatever, man, going to Walmart, buying stuff, whatever he wants to do. We're going to be doing that stuff, playing games somewhat, a little bit. Oh, the birds over there. Playing games a little bit or whatever, but not much that game playing, but just spending some good quality time. Spend time with your kids. Let's make that note. But you see what the title says. It's not about what they say when it comes to these narcissists. It's about what they don't say. And see, you're highly tapped in. It would be better for them to just go ahead and say what needs to be said out front, right? That way, because you, as soon as someone starts saying something, your God-given abilities start kicking in, and you start looking for intention. And you're just like, intention is always easy to find, like good intent, because good intent is not needed to be masked. Good intent will always be out loud in the open and wanting you to understand and know how much you mean to somebody, or how much affect their life. Ill intent is always masked, so it'll be like a backhanded compliment or a backhanded kind of way of speaking to people. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what the narcissist does. They'll never tell you what they really want to say. What they'll do is tell you what they notice that you need to change, or things that they feel like you need to fix, or things like that, right? So, and even if they do say something nice, it'll be like really quick, brief, not in grave detail. But the things that need to be improved on will be in grave detail. This is how you know you're dealing with someone that's not, operating out of their higher self. Well, as far as I'm concerned, in my reality, and I'm not gonna listen to a word. Is that like a little hummingbird? What is that? Is that a hummingbird? Did y'all see it? Is that a little hummingbird? Like a little hummingbird over there. There's all kind of birds out here, y'all. Like I had one of my really good friends. Shout out to you, Avery. Speaking of which, thank God. Turn those headphones off, man. I always mess stuff up. But shout out to you, Avery. She was mentioning all the different birds out here, by name. Um, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like a hummingbird, man. I know that that's that small, but I guess like a baby one. But my neighbor has all kind of plants up and stuff, so I guess I may have seen one out that way. Let me get back on the subject here. Sorry about that, y'all. But look, what they'll do is, I love nature. Um, I'm not sorry. But what they'll do is they'll just start talking about the things that don't really matter. Listen, everybody has imperfections that need to be worked on. Why are we mentioning that? Why are you worried about that? Like, I don't mention, okay, if you're my friend, I'll never tell you what you need to do. Even if you ask for advice, it's always going to be spoken to you like you're a grown person. I have a lot of respect for you. And as if you were speaking to somebody at a job, like a manager that has a lot of respect for you. So if you ask me for, you know, my critique is going to be very professional, and it's going to be heartfelt. It's not going to be like cruel or mean, and you'll also get everything you need from it. It won't be bloated and full of fluff, right? Because I'm grown, I'm a professional, I know how I like to be spoken to, and I like to speak to people that way. What narcs like to do, and haters, and just ill-intended people, it ain't got to be a narcissist, they don't want to speak to others the way they want to be spoken to. They want to be praised, but they don't want to praise anyone else. They want to be put on a pedestal and spoken to like there's some kind of superiority confirmation, but they don't want to do it for anybody else. And that's not how it works in reality, because we're all connected. So you don't deserve to be put on a pedestal, you know what I'm saying, above anyone else. That's not how it works. You get the same energy you put out. So if you're a disrespectful person that's rude and don't know how to say polite things without having to attach something negative to it, well, you're an ill-intended person. I'm not going to call you a narcissist, but I'm not going to listen to anything you have to say. I know that something's operating in you and it's having you do things that don't need to be listened to. I'm not saying it's a full out spirit, but you're operating low enough to where your shadow self is having a field day. That ego is doing whatever it wants, and I can't deal with that. I can't with you. You know what I mean? Let me get to the actual notes that I wrote down, which I might get to them, I might not. I might make that another video. But these people don't know how to say things to you like, yes, sis, you know what I'm saying? You doing it, you getting it. You're an inspiration to everybody I know. Everybody talks about you. I just want to let you know what's being said. It ain't never going to happen, right? What they'll say to you is something like, yeah, well, you got some people that are saying this and that and the third. And you know what I mean? I don't, uh, I don't really agree with what they're saying, but why are you telling me that? I wouldn't even know what they're saying if you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, have said anything. So, I mean, whose side are you really on? You know what I mean? Like these people, they don't really know how they come across. Or they're gonna be like, bro, I'm gonna tell you what, man. Like the way you put things together, outfits, and then the way that you handle, um, not handle, but the way you speak to women or the way you speak to people in general, and don't let them walk all over you. It's inspirational, man. And the way that you, take care of your son, and it's got me thinking, I need to do better. You'll never hear that, right? What you'll have is someone jump in your comments and say something ridiculous that, could apply to anybody, probably themselves, most definitely, right? But that's the way life is. But see, that's what I do. When I hear someone hating on me, I don't know. It's just, when you can see, you can see. You can see through what they're saying, and you can see what needs to be, heard. You can see what needs to be heard. So I can literally see what needs to be heard from these people while they're running their mouth, running hate to me. So, like, for example, if someone's like, yeah, yeah, you're doing great now, but, just a little while back, you were looking like an emotional wreck, da 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 da. What I take from that is, even during my emotional moments, apparently what they want to describe as emotional moments, it's really just your life or whatever it is. You know, um, while I was going through it, I was still able to captivate people to want to watch me. So even while I was going through it, I was captivating enough for you, and you can say it, and they might try to like, reframe that and be like, well, people love to watch a train wreck. Well, not every train wreck, not everyone, right? So if you look at it in the sense of captivating people and making content, even when I was going through it, I was still looking good enough to have you watching and others like you. So was I really being emotional? Was I really losing? Even when I was going through it, you were still coming back and not, if not watching every video, apparently watching enough to know when I came out of it, or you know what I'm saying? It's reading between the lines to see what they really want to say to you, right? They really want to say, watching you go through it and then come out of it, and you're just like tougher, stronger, and you know that everybody goes through it. Like when I went through it, what they want to say, when I went through it, I wish I could have, been the same way. They're never going to say that though. They're going to say, yeah, you look, this is what they're going to do. They'll say something like, yeah, you're looking great now, but, and then they'll spend a whole lot of time describing how you look whenever you were so called down and out, right? But again, you can see right through what needs to be said. Or if they're saying stuff like, you're looking good right now, you know what I'm saying? Like you're working out or whatever. Because for a while there, you were looking kind of malnutritioned and just, kind of depleted. It doesn't matter. You were still watching me when I went through it, and now it looks so good, you have to say something. So, you get to see past what they're saying negative to see whatever, you know what I mean? They'll say a whole lot of different things. They'll say things like, yeah, it just seemed like when you're under a spiritual attack, you were stuttering or whatever, and I'm like, well, but apparently when I was under spiritual attack and all that was happening, it was still captivating enough for you to want to come back and catch the next episode of the Black Truman Show. So I don't really, you can't really beat me in like as far as trying to make me feel like you're taken away from me, right? Or they might say things like, you know, it looks great that you've called your power back, right? It looks so great because when you were giving others your power, or others had your power, or you were putting all your power into or your energy into someone else, you know, that's shady talk. But again, you know what I'm saying? Imagine being so powerful that they thought that you were giving someone else your power and they were still watching, and then they called when you called it back, now they're just captivated by you. They can't get enough of you. Do you see what I'm saying? So when I get, you know, haters that think that they're hating on me, you're really not. Like I look, the way to hate on someone is just not pay them no attention. A true hater, the way to hate on them is just not to pay anybody any attention and just go about your life. Like if you're doing your thing and you make it clear you don't like someone and that's it, and then it's you're on with your life, like that's a real hater. Like that's real with it. To keep coming back to look for new reasons to hate on someone, you're insane. Exactly. They know doggone well they weren't, right? That too. How about that part? Let's talk about it. I'm glad you brought it up. When you ascend and then they act like, they want to take part in like your ascension, or they look, I got my notes here, I'm gonna bring them out, but that caveat's right to it. By them, coming and saying all this nice stuff afterwards, they make it seem like they were there with you in the gym. Like they knew how those days were when you were in the dark night of the soul, and they were sitting there judging you, being like, couldn't be me. They got it bad. All this different stuff, but coming back and watching every episode, but not, I'm saying, extending any kind of support or whatever, because they really wanted to see you continue to fail. So when you didn't, of course, they got to admit that, you didn't, but they're going to shade every moment of it while also trying to, like you said, somewhat take credit and partake in your winning. It's ridiculous. But look, I'm gonna get to these notes because I don't want to spread it out in another video, and I don't want this to be over 20 minutes. So, you know what I'm saying? See, the narc is a trick in every meaning of the word. And a narc, a hater, or, a low vibrational person, right? Same thing. I'm a panoramic for a minute. Hey, listen, I'll take a moment to tell you guys I appreciate you guys hitting the like button. You're continuing to keep the channel afloat. I appreciate all the comments, the conversations. You know what I'm saying? You guys are dope. You're the dopest to ever do it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to keep it trucking, right? So these people, they like to play tricks. They like to be tricks. And they like to turn tricks. You know what I'm saying? But again, tell them, you know what I'm saying, your tricks are for kids, man. We're grown over here. We're not playing these games, right? We're not going to participate. Yeah, I mentioned all that. Yeah, listen, you're highly protected, right? And part of your divine protection is your ability to see. And they don't understand the level of your sight. So again, okay, they don't know how to mirror you properly. If they were mirroring you properly, they would understand that, the way to really dislike, or not dislike, not even acknowledge someone, is to not acknowledge someone, not to give them any energy, not to give them a person or a personality or a whole character profile, right? There's no need to do any of that. Don't give them any energy. Let them just be some extra or side character in your movie, right? You don't know how to do stuff like that, right? You can automatically see what anyone is saying when they say it to you. When it's heartfelt, of course, you can see it in their eyes. And when it's shady people can't make eye contact. Shady people got to look around a lot, you know what I mean? And whenever they're hitting their shady bars, they won't look you directly in the eyes or in the camera. They're gonna be looking somewhere else or looking around, right? Some of this stuff is taught to me about the military, but some of it's just, common sense and just picking up on natural human behaviors. Yeah, you see what they want to say. You see what they're hiding behind all their cryptic babble, right? They're babbling and saying all these big words and all this different stuff, and but That's why no one approaches me, because they know just by looking in my eyes, honestly, you can tell that I can tell you're babbling. You can tell that I can tell that you're saying a bunch of talking points. You can tell that I can tell that you don't know what you're really talking about. And you can disguise it however you want to. But when you get done speaking, ooh, the words I'm going to have for you, and they're going to be regular ass English, common sense words that anybody can understand. I ain't got to pull the dictionary out, lady or sir, right? Your ass will be grass with regular words, because guess what, reflection? You are not to be messed with. Looking good. Ha, looking good. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, y'all looking so doggone fine right now. Y'all got me all kind of ways motivated when I see y'all online. Man, y'all posting your pictures, and I don't care what you think you're looking like, man. I can see you shining. And that glow is just beautiful. I love it. Hey, what's going on? Love, what's going on? How you doing? How you living? It's one of my favorite ones. How you been? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't tell them, don't do it. But you know how these idiots are. They still gonna do it, but they ain't gonna mention your name. Looking good, reflection. Looking good. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it trucking. I got another page. I only got a couple more minutes. What we got going on, child? Yeah, you see what they want to say. You see what they want to say. Hey, listen, you can tell they want to say you're the dope. You're the dopest. You know what I'm saying? You're the dopest to ever do it. They really want to say it. It's the look they'll have. They can say whatever they want to say, but it's a twinkle in their eye, like they're looking at a superstar. They already know, but they can't say it to you. They can't. They can't. They're ego driven, remember? And we're in a time where, society's pushing being ego driven. So to be nice to somebody, you can't do that. You got to check them. If you say something nice, you got to automatically say something, negative to put that motherfucker back in his place. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be nice the whole time. Oh, no. Can't do that. I missed you too. I'm glad you're showing back up. But it's also the vibration and the energy I'm putting out. And whenever I'm putting it out right, you know what I'm saying? I find my tribe again. Really, YouTube starts pushing me out again, because I be on punishment when I be acting up on here. They be like, oh, you want to act up? Then we're just going to, walk around your shirt off and have your breast out. Okay, well, we're going to put you in this category and drop your views down, and you'll get no reach. I got it. Shirt is on. I'll be wearing a sweater if need be. We're keeping it trucking. They know you're the blueprint, the trendsetter, the pioneer, the trailblazer. You know what I'm saying? You take no ish, and you're a child of God. Do you want me to say it again? I'll say it again. They know you're the blueprint, the trendsetter, the pioneer, a trailblazer. You take no ish, and a child of God. Hello, somebody. God is good. You know what I mean? You know how we do. You know how we do, and we play no games. You know what I'm saying? They know that. They want to be able to tell you these things, but they can't. If they did, then they would just, I don't know, for some reason it hurts them. See, I could gas anybody up. Anyway, I make my mistakes and I don't care. I could gas anybody up, and it makes me no never mind. As a matter of fact, I feed off gassing somebody else up, baby. See, I do it all the time. I be talking to my friend Moon. I be gassing them up. You know what I'm saying? But he see through it. But it don't make no difference. You know what I'm saying? I still be gassing them up, and I be feeding off of that. That's just the way I am. You know what I'm saying? I love to love. I love to just share love and energy, man, and make everybody feel good. I never give anyone backhanded compliments. It's weak. See, you're walking in faith. You know what I'm saying? And you're on your purpose. It's so beautiful, but they just can't say it, because, again, we're in a time of everybody got to live off ego. Everybody got to live off ego. So as great as you see somebody doing it, you got to nitpick and look for things in them that you would never critique on yourself, right? Look for things in them wrong that you would never do to anybody you cared about, because you got to, you know what I'm saying, knock them down a peg or two, right? Or you think you can. You don't know how my soul tribe rocks. You can't knock us down, nothing. We just recognize your hate, and we dismiss you immediately. On to the next page. Hey. On my knee. On my knee. Crumble that page up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
If you guys hit the like button, it'd be great. And I'm not talking to the guys in here. You guys are doing it. It's great. I'm talking to the replay gangs. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching it, hit the like button while you're watching it. I will get to the comments shortly. I just want to get through this real quick over here. 20 minutes. Okay. Listen. They want to say, I want to be on your team. You know what I'm saying? They want to say, kind of being energy. I know that just being around you, I'll get favor. They want to say things like this, like you're beautiful, you're handsome, you got style, you got class, you're fine as wine, you are unique, you're regal, you're stoic, you're timeless. You know what I mean? This is what they want to say, but instead, you know what I'm saying? They say and nitpick. I already said that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And they wonder why you don't care what others think. This is why you can't care what others think. You know what I'm saying? Love y'all. Peace, love, and light. Got through all of it before 25 minutes. What do we got going on here? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm telling you, I was getting, whatever you call it, blackballed or whatever you call it when they, you know what I'm saying? I had to clean up my act a little bit. That's what I'm saying. Man, if you putting out the energy of a hype man or woman, that energy is going to be reciprocated with someone else, like Moon. He's an Aries, but he still get hyped sometimes too. They're just real smooth with it. But I mean, we be hyping each other up. That's why I got the podcast coming, man. And I got another friend, right? He's that same way. But he'll hype you up. He don't care, right? When you're confident and you're secure in yourself and you're doing your purpose, or in your purpose, you're not really worried about anybody else and like taking away from them. You just want to add to it. But listen, guys, I cannot hold y'all up. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. All the likes y'all, you know what I'm saying, are hitting, keeping the channel afloat. I'm just a vessel here, representing you guys as best as I can. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all again. I can't say it enough. Stay blessed. Continue to hit that like button. Continue to come by here. Check in on your boy. I told you I'm healed. I'm out here doing what I do best. You know what I'm saying? Like tree hugging and stuff. Doing what we got to be doing. Doing what we got to do for this planet. Doing what we got to do for the collective. Doing what we got to do, period. You know what I'm saying? Love y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Stay blessed. I'll be back on here. I have 2 other channels. I'm going to drop videos on them tonight. So don't miss my Narc Bully channel and don't miss my podcast channel. I'll be out here in the woods doing the same thing I'm doing now, right? Appreciate y'all. Stay blessed. Peace, love, and light.